quite popular here. The sister has done a good job.
Would you yourself worship? Do you yourself worship Avandra, or do you have another god?
Is this some form of inquisition? She smiles towards Tina.
Of course not. Just, friendly chatter. There's no way I'd force you.
I respect Avandra for what she has provided for the town. You could say I revere her.
Simple enough. Fina looks around the tavern. People don't really seem to be in the best mood in this town, for obvious reasons, judging from what we saw on the way.
Yes, there is a spot of trouble. I do not deny that. I don't think it's that bad, though. And more people show up in the evening. She actually looks at you. Are you planning to stay? Would you like some rooms?
We're probably going to have to stay for a while, so booking a room now is preferable. How much would that be for the 5 of us?
Well, I usually charge 5 silver pieces for a typical room. There can be 2 people in one room.
So 1 gold and 5 silver. One moment. Fina digs into her bag and puts the money on the counter.
Yeah, Salvana takes the money. Thank you. She gives back 3 keys to Athena. The rooms are on the upper floor, down at the end of the corridor.
Thank you. I must ask, has anyone tried to deal with the problems outside town? The Warriors Guild, perhaps?
She looks around. Well, I don't really know what the Warriors Guild is up to, truth be told. As you mentioned, burning farms, that is something of a new development. We have not had that. I've not seen that before, although with the sudden loss of communication of outlying farms, perhaps a similar fate has befallen them. I don't know what Captain Calfram is actually planning. And that is something he discussed with Lord Padriag.
We'll have to investigate, because we spent so much time coming here.
I will say, though, that as brave as the members of the Warriors Guild are, they're perhaps... they do train, I know that for a fact. Every week they have exercises in the yard in front of the mansion house. I couldn't really tell you anything about their prowess, though.
Well, we can judge that. We have people that are well trained in combat.
You certainly have a competent look about you.
And you have a mighty fine inn.
Why, thank you. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Fina gives a very nice looking wave as she walks back to the table.
Yep. Now, let me tell you a story. Keeps going on.
I'm gonna punch him.
Perrin will frown at seeing Halldamir absolutely in desperation and walk over to the guy and say, sorry, but I need my friend here, it's important. And then wave Halldamir over to the table.
But I was just getting the good part. Well,
He'll be back.
We can speak.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure he'll be back later to help you.
We can speak more later, my good lad. He sort of taps Halldamir jolly on the shoulder.
Yes, of course. I'll see you later tonight. No.
The old man sort of, when his conversation partner leaves, he sort of, takes the last sip of his beer and sort of looks in it disappointingly and then shrugs and well, I should get back to work, I assume, and sort of very unsteadily gets up and sort of wobbles out of the tavern.
Halldamir pours himself another drink and practically drinks it all in one go.
You're giving like a chuckle and a bit of a wink after you walk away, just like, have fun.
Right. Yes, so, he said that his brother, the younger, said that he had some issues with the kobold before, and he always saw them scampering off to the northeast. Perhaps if we go over to the Elfin Ranger, which I will leave to someone else, as I'm fed up of conversation, to talk to her. Perhaps she can help us track these kobold down.
We can certainly investigate. I'm also interested in speaking to the Warriors Guild in town to see if they know anything. Apparently they have not really acted much.
Apparently, the captain seems to be a bit of a ladies' man, and from what I gather, he is a bit preoccupied with wooing the ladies rather than protecting the city.
I'm sure then he'll have plenty of time for us to ask questions. But you're looking to me and Ross.
I'm sure that he will be willing to talk to either of you pretty ladies.
And Doralis, would you like to come over here as we need to go speak to that elf?
Of course.
We'll go to the elf. Ah, this way.
Yeah, she she looks up at you, and she has a suspicious glance in her eyes as you approach. So I'm still sitting in the same position, one leg thrown
Dean
on
has
the
a
other,
friendly smile.
smoking her long pipe, looking at you. As we come closer, she says, "Greetings."
Greetings, fellow. Greetings. What was an elf like you doing such far away from home? Is this been made your new home?
She,
Giving a very curious look.
She smiles and says, "This is my home. I am
Fair enough.
Inara."
It is nice to meet you. I am Thina.
Hello, Thina. She looks over to the other lady.
This is my companion, Drolis.
I see. Well, you seem to be new in town. She takes a puff on her pipe.
Yes, we have just arrived, coming off the King's Road.
Ah, you have travelled far then.
It's been quite a journey, and ending with kobolds on the site of burning farmhouses.
She seems to consider it and takes another puff on her pipe and says, "Ah, yes, the kobolds.
How much do you know of them? They seem to be a bit of a nuisance to the town."
Why are you so interested in these kobolds? Are you looking for trouble?"
Bina consider this for a moment. We spent so long getting here, and it seems like that after we've arrived, the town is slowly starving.
She shrugs. I don't think it is as bad as it looks, honestly.
Well, a whole row of burning farmhouses says otherwise, in my opinion. But of course, you live here.
That might be troublesome, yes. Well, I might know a little bit about the kobolds.
Athena will pull up a seat across from her.
Daryl will join in.
Now, the kobolds, they are of a tribe called the Withered Arm. Normally, they are quite docile, actually. But in the recent weeks, they have grown aggressive. Started to attack people. They've not done so before, really, unless directly provoked. Which is a bit strange. She takes a puff on her pipe. I, as one of the hunters of the town, I have a decent knowledge of the surrounding area. I could point you in the direction of their lair, I think.
We have a basic idea from looking at tracks, but if you can give us a better idea, that would be much appreciated.
She nods. Yes, perhaps. She sort of looks over you. You do look like a well-armed and capable sort. Perhaps shouldn't be too much trouble for you to handle these kobolds. She sort of seems to think almost. Yes, very well. did see half a dozen kobolds or so by a waterfall to the northeast of town a couple of days ago.
Interesting.
I could draw you a rudimentary map of the location.
That would be very much appreciated.
She nods. Very well then. I shall do so. Might take a little while.
Euphina takes some pieces of parchment and pen and gives them to her so she can do it when she's ready.
Sure. She takes, sticks the pipe and between her teeth and sort of starts the drawing on the parchment.
How long have the kobolds been a bit agitated for?
Oh, a couple of weeks or so, she says between holding the pipe in her teeth. It hasn't really been this barren before, you see.
It does sound like it's been getting worse of late from what everyone's been saying.
Yes, it is a bit peculiar. I don't think it is as bad as, some of the farmers around here seem to think. She takes another puff. But yes, they are attacking the outlying farms. Of that, there is no mystery. She slowly draws up. You see, this is a fairly good map actually. You probably with this, could probably go find the place he's marking without any problem.
You're quite skilled at making maps.
Well, comes with the territory, I suppose. Sort of motions towards the bow and her longsword.
Of course, you yourself seem to be one of the most well-armed people I've seen so far in town. I haven't seen as skilled yet.
I have shot my fair amount of bears and other critters in the forest, yes. The meat sells well, and the pelts are well looked after in town, so it's good business.
Of course.
And if you can rout out some of these pesky kobolds, that would be even better for business.
Yeah. That's the map she's drawing.
Yeah, after 10 more minutes or something, she hands over the piece of parchment. There you go.
Quite well drawn. Do you actually have a picture of a map for us, or just...
No, it's just a general direction, so to speak, you know.
This certainly look... We could certainly use this now. Thank you.
No problem. She returns to smoking her pipe.
Out of character, what was the name of the person we were looking for? It was...
You don't know the name of him.
What's the name of his father?
Sir Caliban.
Yeah, his great uncle, Sir Caliban.
I cocked that spelling up, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit right. You know what, Griff? Yeah? You haven't said anything so far.
She's just carefully sort of checking and listening in on the conversation.
Being a bystander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sophina will inquire if she's heard of this person. I didn't need to quickly turn my fan on.
She thinks for a moment and slowly shakes her head. No, I've never heard that name.
We're never going to find this person.
On the bright side, we might have a story to tell once we get back, at least.
Well, we have been months. As one of our colleagues said, what's a few weeks more?
Well, thank you for the help. I will leave you to your pipe.
She
Have a nice day.
silently continues to smoke it.
Finn will walk away with a smile on her face and sit down.
The elves will get up, nod, and just sort of start to walk away.
Well, after a little while, the elf will gather her things and head out as well. You are currently alone in the bar.
So what did the elf lady have to say?
Well, oh, screw up my audio settings. Oh well. She gave us some information relating to the kobolds. They're apparently of the Withered Arm tribe, and she also drew us a basic map of where she's seen them.
I'll let you two have that. I probably won't be able to be of any use with that thing.
You can enjoy your ale.
Aye, that I have. The keg is seeming to be a bit emptier now. It's a bit
I
disappointing.
wonder why. What, you saying empty? Just she'll look at the thing. How empty is it at this point?
Dunno. How long has passed during all of this?
How long have we been in the bar, Jonas?
Well, between Aelin the Old telling all his stories and you eating and stuff, you've been there a few hours.
Okay, so I'd
Sort of-
probably say quite a bit. Between Perrin and Sarlin and myself, probably about half of it's gone.
Wow.
Three people
Between the
drinking.
two of them, they've both had 50 tankards of ale.
We're all drunk.
You are very drunk at this point then.
we're snarling our words.
But we are hardy dwarves. We can take that. We don't even feel the alcohol. At least
Yeah.
we think that's the way it is.
We
but
think
it's
we
not.
don't feel it.
It's probably like 15% or something when it's dwarven ale.
Yeah, we probably think we don't feel it, but to everybody else, we probably
You're
sound quite
properly
slurred.
rat-arsed.
Yeah.
How drunk are we? Okay, that's decent.
Roll a d20.
D20, where 20 is instant death from alcohol poisoning.
Yay!
I'm fucked.
Yeah, Constitution check. Oh yeah, Halldamir is.
I am fucked.
You are
Based on my
really.
passive insight of 20, how drunk do I think he is?
He is pretty damn drunk right now.
I am drunk. The bear within him can handle it.
Drunk, I tell you.
The bear in him can handle it.
Rollers, do you think we should tame that beer slightly for them? They might end up drinking themselves through the floor.
I think it's time to take them to the room and just lock the door.
Hey, you ever saw a bear
Oh.
dance?
Speaking of which, I forgot. We need to arrange accommodations here.
Yes.
We have 3 rooms, two people to each room.
Yes. Perrin, yes, last week.
Oh, I forgot. Yes.
Should we keep the 2 drunkards in the same room?
Yeah, you brother, you hipper, you fucked up the entire bar.
Okay, and I just turn to them and give me a second. Okay, guys, look, there's a room where you can both sit and chat and continue to drink. Okay?
Can we take the keg?
I don't believe you.
It actually goes. You realize what she's trying to do. She's trying to take you away from the ale.
Wait.
I think actually diplomacy check it like targets like will. I think yeah.
Hang on.
Which hits then?
I am. So long as we take the keg,
You
then I'll go to my room.
Halldamir,
as
you and Perrin take this key, go upstairs with your keg and just behave.
I got a key. Where's it go to?
Up there.
Okay.
Perrin, you follow.
as Halldamir gets up and stumbles over to get the keg, there is sudden alarm outside.
Oh.
What the fuck is going on?
They want my keg!
Oh, battle rage!
Halldamir charges out the door.
Alright. Halldamir charges out the door
Quickly.
and runs straight into what seems to be a dwarven boy atop a horse that is quite lathered, as if it has been running in fear and panic. The boy himself is feared and panicked. Tears are streaming down his eyes, and he's shouting to the closest guard, "Please, someone help my father!"
Your father what? Sorry. What happened? Oh, God.
Halldamir,
Yeah.
can you explain what's going on?
Someone please help! He's being killed! The boy sort of frantically points, tears streaming down his eyes, outwards outside the city.
Killed?
They attacked us. We tried to travel the roads, and they attacked us, monsters. Help someone! The guard is like, well, I should probably inform the Lord first.
Can I use a diplomacy check to try calming him?
You could.
That was a 2.
No, he is too distraught.
Can,
Aaron will address him and say, "Lead the way. We'll follow or try to."
Thank you. Thank you. This way, please. He
Fina, can you heal me? I can't fight like this.
Can I use my sacred flame to grant him a saving throw, which will then fix the poison?
well,
It's
Alcohol?
technically poison, isn't it? So.
it is technically poison. Let's see here. I'm not sure you can heal drunkenness, honestly.
I get a +5 to poison, so.
+5 against this.
Yeah.
Make a saving throw.
Well, sure. You can roll a saving throw with a +5 and whatever you get from Tinus.
What do
Well,
I get?
in my case, I just grant him the saving throw in the first place.
Well, there you go. Yes. All right. Yeah, you succeed. Halldamir instantly sobers up.
As the sacred flame burns around him, clearing his mind of the poison.
Right, let's have this, boys. And girls.
The boy's just looking at you wide-eyed at this display of magic, and then it's like, "This way, please."
Do
Yes,
you
let's
heal
follow.
Aaron as well?
Yes, I will go ahead and throw a sacred flame at him as I'm running.
Hooray! Barely.
Huzzah. So we all charge off.
Yes, the boy quickly leads you outside town, going down the southwestern road. Yeah, he seems rather frantic. We came down the road. We were going towards the town to well, father tried to. His plan was to get to town and sell livestock and supplies.
Can
The other
I
folks, we have been cut off for so long. He tried to run the blockade, but
can our diplomacy checks try and calm him down?
you can.
Where's diplomacy? There it is. Aha. Is that a win on that?
Yes, he seems to calm down a bit.
Good. Now, lad, now that you're calm, can you please tell us what happened?
He seems to like draw a deep breath and says, "Well, we were taking the cart out. Father said that we had to try to reach town. It was the only way to help it." He said, "We loaded all of the food we had at the farm, and he sort of gasps for air as he sort of seems to sort of recall what happened. But the roads have been blocked off. No one has been able to reach town for weeks. Like the monsters, they're building barricades on the roads, keeping everyone out, killing those who tried to run the blockade. But we decided to try, and Father grabbed his armor and his weapons.
What type of monsters, lad? Kobolds?
I don't know, small things. They look like lizards.
Okay. Athena's our leader, what do we do?
Well, we charge, of course.
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, we're going towards where the problem was.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, just because the cleric's role is leader doesn't mean that she has to lead
am
I
the
the
party.
suppose. Technicalities.
Ah,
It's
you
usually like way
charge.
better
You charge down the road. Then I take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Recklessly.
Recklessly down the road.
Well,
Right.
the dwarves might end up being rolling, not charging, but... oh.
Rolling down the road. You charge on for a little while until you round an outcropping and suddenly see a scene of battle before you.
Halldamir looks at the scene of battle, turns to the young lad and says, "Wait here."
What you see, it seems like a dwarf, you guessed the boy's father, seems to have taken cover inside an upturned cart. Like all the goods have been spilled out on the ground. And you see two dead kobolds on the road, seemingly smashed to pieces by something. Probably the quite stylish and powerful looking warhammer that the dwarf is wielding. It actually seems to have faintly glowing runes on it as he like shouts in rage and sort of tries to swing at the kobolds, who seem to have drawn back a bit, and the slinger sort of pelting the wagon where the dwarf is taking cover with rocks, seemingly trying to kill him. We go to initiative. Whoop.
Pow.
Sarlin is the first to act.
You get told to protect the boy, because why not? You go, yeah.
Alright, he goes there. Slinger! Let's see here. Slinger will shoot at the dwarf in the wagon. Missing. Perrin.
Well, Perrin will probably, seeing this fellow dwarf in danger, and still being slightly drunk despite the healing, he will pounce
Alright.
this guy. Attack. That's a hit. And whoever attacks Dragon Shield 7 next gets combat advantage.
Oh, something for Sarlin. Potentially.
Well, for anyone, really.
For anyone. Well, he gets his sneak attack. The kobold yips, turns around, and tries a dirty, shifty strike at the bear. Using dirty tactics. Missing.
Miss.
Kobold
Damage.
Slinger. Well, there's a now raging bear seemingly attacking them, so he wants to do something with that. Tina.
Well, one thing is cheap. You're going to need to apply half damage because that's what Dirty Tactics does. Says he gets 5 more damage.
Oh yeah,
Very well.
also fan noises. 5 damage.
There you go. Wow, you're already like wounded, quite bad.
What? Yes.
Well, it's time to release some divine powers, possibly. So I'm going to go here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to... Tina's going to put her hand forward and call out a divine word as the entire ground glows with divine energy.
Mm-hmm.
And she releases the divine glow power.
And you have combat advantage against this guy.
Oh, good. Combat advantage. Whoops, I need to select everyone. What's the other guy? 7?
7, yeah.
7, yes.
This one.
7 combat advantage. Did I get the bonus to hit this time? Did it? Yes.
Yes.
So the blast of divine energy just goes out, striking all of them.
All right. Wonderful. Slinger turns around, sees all of this,
It's just the bear.
There is a bear, and that is very dangerous. He will shoot at the bear. Kobold Dragon Shield 8. He shouts something in Draconic, and then he moves forward.
Over his friend's dead body.
Felling the bear!
Wow, these guys are doing so much damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Dragon Shields are pretty tough, actually.
they suck.
Derek, well, hearing the roar of the bear and everything outside, he also lets out a roar and charges out of his hiding spot towards one of the minions, swinging his warhammer and splashing it on the ground.
Nice.
The roll is
Okay, that's not a good sign. Immediately one of my colleagues is down. As such, cursing the Kobold Dragon Shield 8 is my minor action.
Yep.
And well, this is a new encounter, so I get my encounter powers.
Yeah, we all have taken a short rest before this.
Or several.
So I am going to wait. Yeah, it's
I'll give you
which
a
one's
rest.
wounded? 7's the wounded one, isn't it?
Hang on.
Which ones did I wound? I wounded. Well, this one is.
8.
Yeah, this one here would be wounded, I think. 'Cause this one moved forward.
Yeah.
As well as Slinger would be wounded. Actually, all three of these are wounded.
Okay. Right, I'll just attack the one I've already got cursed then. The Dragon Shield 8. Shvoomf. And 1 second. An additional 2.
Witch fire.
There we go. Halldamir.
The bear has fallen. Charge.
Alright, Halldamir, seeing his fellow dwarf fall, runs up and attacks. Actually, no, he doesn't just attack. No, he challenges Dragon Shield 7 and shielding smites him and awarding the missing as well, and awarding the bonus to Thena.
Okay.
So you get 1 extra AC.
Woo.
Yay!
And someone goes up here. Attacks Tarek. Critical! The dwarf curses loudly in Dwarven as the javelin bites in. But he soldiers on. That guy's dead. Alaric won't do anything because he can't, because he's weak. Sarlin.
At least you get someone to play sheep.
Well,
I think-
Salin, well, he has to act now because shit's going down.
Remember,
And I
there's
still
no one has attacked this guy yet, so you still have combat advantage against him.
No, it was this guy, and he was attacked.
No, but everyone hit in the effect gets.
No, my blasting.
Oh, it was the pounds.
Pounce did it, which was against this guy.
The
Oh
pounds
yes,
and the
yes. Sorry, I mix up the pounds and
Do you
the.
have anything that attacks multiple creatures? No.
If my divine glow get combat advantage, that'd be amazing.
Mhm.
He'll go here. Now that's kind of dangerous, though.
If though going there, he does block the. He does make the range attacks harder.
That's true. He'll go here and attack Kobold Shield 8. And he
Okay.
does have combat advantage.
He does, yes.
With a piercing strike, because that sounds appropriate. Combat advantage. That's a hit. And sneak attack.
Yep.
D8,
D8,
sneak
I
attack.
think.
Stabby stab for extra 5 damage.
Okie doke. That's the lowest you could possibly roll.
Nice.
That is enough, though, as the kobold gets eviscerated and dies on the ground. Slinger 3. Should have targeted someone. That was on Sarlin. So Sarlin takes 9 damage. Perrin needs to do a death roll.
Death
Save.
Save. Okay. No.
Fails. You're bleeding out.
Is the damage automatic? I don't think it is it? Don't you get like 1 damage?
No, not in this.
What happens is you 3 strikes, you're out.
Strikes, you're out, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you got 1 strike. Cobalt Dragon Shield. He is marked. He will attack the Paladin. Cobalt Slinger.
So they've marked each other now.
Yep. Exactly. He will sling at a dwarf. There we go. Tina.
Take a step back. Minor action. Can anyone guess what it would be?
Healing surge to stabilize him.
On who, though?
On Perrin.
Alright.
As my divine word goes into his slumber and pulls him away from the doors of death. And then the next step is going to be, I'm going to Sacred Flame Cold Slinger 1.
Okay.
Missed.
And missed, yeah.
Cobalt Slinger 1. So there's the back. And slings at this guy. And misses. He is dead.
Oh, wait, my guy died.
Maybe.
The cursed one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't see anyone cursed.
Yeah, he
This
was.
guy was cursed. So teleport.
Shazam!
Oof! I don't even need to, I just like to do it.
Alright.
Jonas is Perrin prone, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, how do I make him prone?
I can do that, I think.
There's a conditions window for your knowledge, though.
There you go, you're prone.
Hooray! I mean, what?
The dwarf on the wagon slays another kobold minion and rushes in. Dolores.
Let's see. So this one's wounded, but this one's the danger.
Yeah,
I
at
mean-
the moment.
Yeah, the slingers have their own set of danger, but
Because this is what you'll focus your damage on, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll hit him with a Holy Strike, I think, next.
Okay.
So get
Give me
bonus roll
Well-
of 1.
cursed. And Eldritch Blast it.
Critical!
Does that mean my curse damage also maximizes?
I don't know, I think so.
So that means it's a
But-
further 6, because...
yeah, I remember from past. I think Sheep's.
oh wait, no, it's got a tick box, never mind. Attack was a critical hit. There we go. So it does maximize it.
That is a lot of damage.
A crap ton of damage.
21 damage in one shot.
21 damage. That's a standard attack. That's like you're at will.
Yeah.
Alright. Wonderful. Halldamir.
I smited him with my Holy Strike, hopefully hurting him this time. Yes!
That's-
And I get 1 extra damage for it.
Well, he is dead.
And you may
Yeah.
shift closer if you want and take on the next one.
Okay, and that was a standard action. You still have a move and a minor.
You can
Yeah.
move.
Alright, I move over the dead bodies
Meet the other dwarf.
and Divine Challenge the Cobalt Slinger, number 1.
Been
Okay.
challenged.
I challenge you, Kobold. He doesn't like to be challenged like this. Minion is dead. Remove Sarlin.
Delaying is a thing, right?
Yes.
So he'll delay after Perrin.
If you go there, you're flanking though.
That's true, actually.
You want to go now then?
Yeah. Why not? Okay.
Okay.
Step here and flourish, because I don't know what the difference is.
Aha!
He's dead.
Yep.
You flourish
Skewers
them
him
to death.
dead. Yep.
This encounter is going a lot better than the last one.
Kobold Slinger 3. Well, this is dangerous. Ship's up here. Slings at Sarlin, there we go, and Perrin.
Move action, stand up. Stand action, charge.
Yeah, well, move action to stand up. So get rid of that. Then a free action to shift into humanoid form again. Which
So
also
free
lets
action
me
into
shift.
bear, and then
No, not into bear. I can't do that. Instead, I'll use chill wind on the kobold slingers in the back. Like that's a burst. Like no, not like this.
like that.
Yeah, like this. Let's do that. Target these. No, target both.
But since it is chill wind, I guess really.
And miss both. Nice.
It's like that, technically.
And minor action to use a healing surge. Because
Second wind.
so I have like
Versions.
11, so I might as well.
Yep.
Did I heal? No, I. Wait.
No, you have to do that manually. So yeah, Kobold Slinger 2. Let's see here. He will sling at Sarlin. Felling him. Good. Athena.
Moving to here, minor action to healing word Salem.
Alright.
Bring him back from the doors of death. As the divine energies, bless his body to wake back up.
Yep.
And almost fully heal him.
Yeah.
And I'm now going to try and I'm going to Lance of Faith Kobold Slinger 3.
Okay.
And I will grant that +2 to hit to Halldamir.
Alright. Tarek steps up here and tries to skull crack. Slinger number 3.
Half damage there.
The roll is.
Let's see.
Pick a cut.
And yeah, so I just moved back to before where I
Just spinning around and around.
curse and decide to to the old gods. 6 damage, not bad.
Not bad.
If it hit.
It hit.
Your first
Also,
target, bonus damage.
yeah, 5.
Oops.
You hurt the wrong person.
Yeah, wrong thing selected.
I don't think that's how
Reverse.
curses work. Oh,
You
yeah.
traitor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
You're just like,
What is this
you're like,
witch?
Die, witch.
Halldamir.
Move up
Mm-hmm.
to here.
Will provoke an attack from him.
Well, up. Where that
Yep.
shot?
yeah, move there, you'll be fine.
Can I still hit him from there? Yeah.
Yeah, diagonal.
Goody, good. We're gonna divine challenge him. Huzzah! To protect our little dwarfy friend.
Mm-hmm.
And holy strike him. Huzzah!
Whack.
Yay!
So-
And he gets 1 extra damage.
Speed of your 6. So you can move like this.
Aha.
Barely and stab him. Another flourish because. Wow.
Hey,
Mm,
Would
you,
a 10 have it? Probably not. It's a natural 1, so yeah.
Natural 1, so it's an auto miss.
Aaron?
Well, that whole magic thing is not really working out. So let's do the good thing. Reaction to go bear, and then he'll glare at the kobold slinger using this ability.
It's bear glare.
Very
This
glare.
bear glare, yes, staring into his soul, pulling him 3 squares, which is not going to work because there's people in the way.
Call that out.
But that's fine.
Oh, you
Well,
can
but
Pull him this way.
Yeah, you can pull him in any direction you want. I mean,
Well, it needs to be he needs to end up being closer. But I think
he's moving closer to you. He's moving closer to you. He's moving closer to you.
Can I decide to not pull him at all?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, then I'll do that because he's screwed pretty much. And move action to move closer.
Okay.
Actually, no, stand here.
Okay.
And your second win bonus is gone, so.
Well, Kobold Slinger, this is not good for him. He will try to run away.
So, how many attacks opportunity all around?
Yep. Sarlin gets one, Tarek gets one, and Halldamir gets one.
That little bastard can run so fast.
Does he run faster than 7 squares per turn?
He's double moving, so to speak. 7, that actually kills him.
Pow.
Does 11 hit?
Let's see, he was flanked there when he started moving.
Oh yeah, combat advantage, so it would have been 13.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Well, combat is over. That's the last kobold splashed to the ground, dead.
Hadmir looks over to the dwarf and says, "You fought well."
The boy comes sharding through and throws himself into his father's arms and basically, crying and being sad. The older dwarf sort of pats him gently on the back of her head and like hushing at him. And then he looks over to Perrin. "And to you too, Sir Dwarf. Rarely have I seen such powers on display." He looks up and down at you.
Perrin? Or both of us?
I like how Halldamir compliments him and he says, "Yes, well fought, Perrin."
Yeah,
What?
fuck you.
I meant I had Perrin like hovered over. I meant he's looking at Halldamir.
Okay.
How wounded does he look?
Not too bad. He has like a flesh wound and stuff, but it seems to be rather superficial, honestly.
Okay.
So then, my name is Tarek Sabanar, and this is my son Ulrich. Well, thank you for saving us both. He likes to look at all of you, and then looks towards Halldamir. Might I inquire upon your name, Sir Dwarf?
Halldamir wrong, dear. One of the Order of the Rune.
Corricks an eyebrow. Really, the Order?
Yes, good dwarf. And can I ask what you were doing travelling on these roads?
Motions towards the cart. Well, me and my son tried to reach Winterhaven with supplies. The roads has been blocked of late. Road blocks and barricades being built by these damn kobolds. He sort of spits at them on the ground. Many farmers have died. And I figured that the situation in town was not much better. My plan was to break your blockade and sell my wares in town.
You tend to not look like the warrior type, but I see you can wield a warhammer like many fine dwarfs.
He smiles. I was a member of the Iridescent Guard in my days.
Well, indeed, then that just proves you can wield a hammer.
I should hope so. The Dwarven Knighthood is not easy to enter. He smiles.
I'd like to introduce you to our group. Myself, Halldamir, and to my side, Thena Eversong, the elf. Behind you.
Yeah, he nods towards her, my lady.
Behind you is Dolores, the tiefling warlock. To my other side is Perrin Wildfist, the dwarven druid. And off slightly in that distance is Sarlin. He's not in the talk-mentative mood at the moment.
I see. Looking at Sarlin, nodding at both Sarlin and the Rollis. Why, you have saved my life and the life of my boy, probably. I do owe you a lot for that. Looks over the wagon. If I could impart upon you to help me repair it and see us safely to town, I shall see that you and your group are rewarded for this good work.
Halldamir looks to his compadres in confirmation that they would be happy with this.
Of course.
Then, good dwarf, we would be happily help you in getting to the town safely.
That's excellent. He walks back towards the cart, pulls out what seems to be like a collection of tools and stuff, and starts beginning to repair the wagon, seemingly grunting to himself. And if anyone helps out, he'll tell you to hold up different parts and stuff so you can hammer it in place.
Sure.
Peter,
How
in the
do I get
meantime-
rid of this +2 button thing?
How do you get rid of it?
I don't know.
Defense +2 from. Wait, how did we open up that window that has all the states on it?
The thing is, if you apply that when we are in turns in combat, I can remove it. But if I sweep the initiative, then it sticks, because then I can't remove the condition because it
Okay,
gets like a
it's
huge
here,
arrow.
You heard that, sheep. DM says you have +2 for the remainder.
Okay, I just.
But you can
got rid
remove.
of-
You just need the status screens open. Where it is.
I just removed the symbol. I'm not sure if there's any background stuff that still exists.
Well, what's your AC normally supposed to be?
17.
Okay, that's fine then.
But it didn't increase either with the thing on me.
Yeah, I think that was just a reminder then. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, might be. Okay.
Just gonna use
Right.
healing surge
Yeah.
to heal up.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't. I would have been using healing word on you to make sure you're fully healed.
Well, that's fine. We can rest. I've got 6 surges left anyway.
For example, in Silent, I will give him the word of the gods. Go on, heal him up.
Yeah, you work on the wagon. It takes an hour or so to get it repaired, but slowly but surely you make your way back to town. In the meantime, Tarek will ask interested and polite questions about the Order of the Rune, and like he seems surprised to see a Balatech of the Rune out and about. Apparently, that is not something very common these days, according to him.
It's not according to us either.
Get off the
So
table, Halldamir.
I'm dancing! So what are you actually doing in Winterhaven? I don't suspect that you travel here for the leisure.
We are after a certain thing, I suppose you could call. We're looking for something.
I see. Well, I hope you find it.
Thank you.
And the thing is actually a person, Halldamir. So we should not call him a thing.
I know, but you can't blame an old dwarf for being
Racist.
protective of his quest. I don't even know what his name is again. What the fuck? It's written down somewhere, isn't it?
It's Sir Caliban.
No,
Oh,
that's his
that
father, isn't he? Isn't it?
Hmm?
Sir Caliban's his father.
Yeah, but it's the only name we have
Yeah,
to go on, really.
yeah. Do you know anything of a Sir Caliban? Or Caliban? Whatever.
I seem to think, no, I can't say that I do. We live outside of town, and I wouldn't know if there was someone by that name in town. Not that I know of, at least. There's no family I've traded with that name. Perhaps you could ask, one of the old guys in town.
I have asked a old guy in town, and I don't really particularly want to talk to him again.
Oh, you talked to Aelin the Old, then I take it.
Yes, I did.
The man likes to talk. He smiles.
Indeed he does.
Failing that, I guess you could ask the Lord of Town. He might know. Or you can ask the Town Wizard.
Town wizard? Where would he
yeah.
reside?
Well, in his tower, of course.
Okay. Are they happy seeing strangers?
He shrugs. The town is not is not the most welcoming, I suppose, but as long as you behave yourself, he sort of looks up and down, you don't look like brigands.
That we're not.
And if you mention the order, maybe that will curry some favor.
Perhaps.
During all this time, Ulrich has been staring at Perrin.
Just staring.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god!
He turned into a bear!
Aaron will glance over to him awkwardly, then grunt slightly and try to ignore the boy as best as possible.
Would you like an ale? I kind of bought a keg earlier.
Tarek snorts out, "No, thank you. I think once we get into town, I will get these supplies to market as quickly as possible.
Very well then, good dwarf.
Perhaps later. I'll buy."
Halldamir chuckles and then seems to want to end this conversation.
All right. Yeah, as you return to town, there seems to be a collection of people, town's guard, gathered, and they seem to be ready to head out. And you were going.
Okay.
But when they see you with the wagon and Tarek and the son, they sort of stop and look at you in surprise.
I walk up with Athena.
Oh, great. We have company.
My dear knights, where might you be heading?
It looks about we were heading out to the boys, and there were monsters sort of looking about.
Kobolds, to be precise.
He grunts, "Ugh. Nasty critters."
They're
Wow.
dealt with now.
He nods, slightly surprised. "I see. Well, thank you, I suppose. It took some time to rally the forces."
You
May I ask who I'm speaking to?
I am Captain Keltham, Rond Keltham. I am the leader of the Warriors Guild here in town.
Ah, nice to meet you, Captain. My name is Fina Eversong, priest of Advander.
He nods. "A pleasure."
and mine is Halldamir Wrongdeer, member of the Order of Rune.
He nods towards you as well. "Pleasure meeting you then, my lords. Seems you have things well in hand." Looking over to Tarek and Ulrich, basically shouting, "Everything all right, Tarek?" And the dwarf nods gruffly and says, "Everything is fine."
Yes, we made sure they got to town safely.
He said, Good. Then you did our work for us. Thank you."
Halldamir looks rather disappointed with the group of guards. Like they should have been a bit quicker. We managed to get out there and fix a wagon and come back.
Yeah, the response time is not that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Tarek sort of, mumbles and sort of shoulders his way past everyone and says, "I'll be going to market. And you, Master Wrongdeer, if you would come with me, please."
Of course, Master Dwarf.
There's a slight glare from the captain. But he sort of shrugs and turns to head back into town, seemingly. As you approach the little market square, Tarek, says to Ulrich to start to set up the shop, basically. And then he turns to Halldamir. "You, Master Dwarf, you are indeed a brave sort. I can see that clearly."
After all, I am a paladin of Cord. Bravery is one of the highest factors that we must hold upon.
He smiles. Of course. I also realized something today, that I am getting very old. Those kobolds hit me and hurt me quite a bit, actually." They seem to snort. "I'm not cut out for this work anymore. I am happy that I have my armor and weapon with me. Probably saved my life, but I think actually this. He grabs the warhammer and sort of hands it over to Halldamir with both hands. Should be in your hands, Master Dwarf. It is a fine weapon indeed, and in your hands it will do much good. Please take it as payment for saving me and my son's life.
Halldamir puts one hand cautiously on the handle and admires the weapon. Where was it forged, dwarf?
It was forged in the blessed smithies of my order. It carries powerful enchantment.
I see. I'll be pleasantly... I'll pleasantly approve, and I will take this. But I will... I will take good care of it, and it will see many combat. That English though.
Good, good. Then all is as it should be. Thank you again. He hands it over.
Halldamir takes it. Thank you. I will remember your name, and I will pray for your soul.
Thank you. You do see a small dwarven runic inscription on the hammer. And in dwarven it says foe hammer.
Nice. Foe hammer.
It is a +2 resounding warhammer.
One-handed, two-handed?
Warhammer is one-handed.
One-handed, yeah.
Well, people like versatile, so either.
Yeah, you can use both.
Gets a +2 weapon right away.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So, 1d10. Yeah.
What does resounding do?
1 second, it was magic weapons,
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Oh, that's pretty good. I showed on stream.
What did you say it was? +2
It's
resounding?
a +2 resounding warhammer, yes.
Plus
Bailey,
2
it's a
attack
free
and
action.
damage roll. Jesus, that's a very generous gift.
You're on critical, you get +2d6 thunder damage on a critical. Free action, uses power when you hit a target. The target is dazed
It's-
until the end of your
that's-
next turn.
To be fair, that's not the thing. It's the passive +2 damage and attack as well.
I mean, that's
Yep.
good.
That's a good weapon.
It is a level 7 item.
It
Wow.
sure is. It is
I don't think the thing is, I don't think levels of items compensate for the level of the players, though.
Right.
Right, so
Sure,
what,
but
what am I
it
trying to
is
take?
it is certainly a kingly gift.
Yeah.
In case you want the stat block.
What am I putting in the table for the weapon? In that case, then.
Well, what you do is basically you need to add a new weapon to your character sheet. You add
Yeah.
the base warhammer stats, and then on top of that, you give it a bonus +2, like magical enchantment bonus, whatever it's called in the
Yeah, enchantment.
enhancement
Yeah.
bonus, a +2 enchantment bonus to hit and to damage.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
2d6 critical damage.
Yeah, and 2d6 critical damage.
If you can set the type, make it thunder.
2d6.
Thunder.
Right. Okay. Wow, I have.
I said
And you have an additional +2 to hit and damage because of your dwarven weapon training.
Yeah, and I also had dwarves have proficiency 2 with hammers.
Yeah.
So that's like +6. Jesus.
then strength on top.
Okay.
Yep, and you get a daily power from the weapon.
Okay.
Which if you see he has stat block I sent in
Yeah.
the scope chat, it says the daily power at the bottom.
Once per day, you can, when you hit a target as a free action, daze the target
Okay.
using the power of sound.
Meaning you can do nothing.
Yeah, stand there being dazed.
Lovely. Oh, I don't have GM, so I can't add